So I'm gonna read on. It says, soon a proud nation was reduced to foraging for food, stealing stray cattle, and taking jobs in white homes. All right. So basically, you made them completely subjects back up under you, even though they were already. But now you brought them even to a lower estate, man. You know. Some scouts left for Mexico with their families, and their places were taken by eager Afro Americans, Mexican Seminoles, and other red and black Indians. All right. So basically during that whole time, that just shows you, and I want to grab a scripture, um, real quick based upon that, man. All right, and what I got here is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5:1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors." So that goes into the account when John Horst was trying to get that treaty to go through and get the copy for it, and he went to the War Department. And they said they have no record of anything, man. All right. So I'm gonna go on and read a little more to read another portion to show you how these devils even further did. All right. All right. So this is basically at the end of the Lieutenant Bullis's service during the army. All right. So I'm gonna read a little account of this. It says they Bullis was honored as the friend of the frontier by Texans, and later became a brigadier general in the army. He was presented with two handsome swords by appreciative local citizens, and listed in Who Was Who in America. He was once called the greatest Indian fighter in the history of the United States Army. All right. And it says, death of a nation. The brave Seminole Negro Indian Scouts did not share in this glory, although the unit was not formally dissolved until 1914. It had lost heart earlier on the night Adam Payne was murdered. So, just to show you like how they want to give all credit unto devils, that this devil Bullis, he was regarded as the greatest Indian fighter in the history of the United States Army. Like, he was out there fighting them battles alone. But when you go further back into, the time that he spent out there, you had the Jake by the name of Pompey Factor that actually saved his life, man. He was stranded out by, it was 4 men, of their army up against 25 Comanches, man. And they went up at him head on. But then you had Bullis. He was straddled back and he fell off of his horse, okay. And then you had Pompey Factor. He came and he scooped him up and he saved him on his horse and he rode him to safety, man. But they want to give this credit to this devil Bullis, as he was the great American hero. But it was Jake, who was the former of all things, who always wound up pulling through, man. It's Jake who had that top courage and that top fighting skill, man. Not this damn devil, man. All right. So just to further on, more read of the point of this Jake Pompey Factor and a little history on beyond this. All right. It says, for many huddling in the temporary village outside Fort Clark, the last straw came during the early morning of a New Year's Eve dance in 1877. A local sheriff and his deputies rode out to arrest Adam Payne in connection with the murder of a black soldier. Payne had a reputation as a tough man and had earned a Congressional Medal of Honor. The sheriff may have planned his next move or just lost his courage. At any rate, he did not arrest Payne, but blasted him from behind with a shotgun at such close range that Payne's clothes caught fire. So that showed you the cowardice of a devil. You don't want to face a Jake, dead on, but you want to shoot him in his back, man. That's the snake that he is. All right, so reading on, it says, this pointless violence sent shockwaves through the entire community, and 5 scouts led by Pompey Factor immediately packed up and rode off to the Rio Grande. They paused only to wash the dust of Texas from off their hooves and then continued on into Mexico. And that's right accordance with the scriptures, man. I'm going to read that part again. It says, They paused only to wash the dust off Texas from their horses' hooves and then continued into Mexico. So after one of their guys got blasted in the back, said what they only stopped to wash the dust off of their feet and they head on into Mexico, and that's right in accordance with the scriptures, man. This is Matthew 10:23. But when they persecute you in the city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. So the point is, what? When you persecuted in one city, flee ye into another. And that's exactly what these jigs did, man. When they saw that happen to their fellow brother, they said, this is enough, man. You know what I'm saying? We shaking the dust from off of this place and we heading back to another land, man. So I'm gonna read on a little more. It says it says Pompey Factor, as a young private, helped save the life of Lieutenant Bullis, right? Just speaking upon the account what I was getting into. You have 4 of their army going up against 25 Comanches, and Pompey Factor, he wound up saving Lieutenant Bullis' life, that devil's life, all right? So it says Pompey Factor, as a young private, helped save the life of Lieutenant Bullis and received the Medal of Honor. But years later, he could not even get an army pension. In his late 70s and still carrying the empty case that once held his medal, he asked a Texas lawyer to plead his case before the Army brass. It was no use. The Army responded that it had no record of his service. Once again, going back to what? Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. They bear no account of our labors, man. How you do all of that for this army? You saved this damn devil. You couldn't get no army pension. And now you go into Texas lawyers to plead your case unto the army. They respond they have no record of your service, man. That's why the scriptures speak upon the fact that this place is not our rest, man. We can't look unto this place for no type of anything, man. So no type of support, no type of help, nothing from this place, man. Alright? That's straight wickedness, man. Said the army responded that it had no record of his service, man. Straight devil work, man. Alright, reading on, it says 2 years later in 1928, Pompey Factor died and was buried in Brackenville, Texas. His funeral expenses of $86.40 were paid by a friend because he died penniless without an army pension. Alright? So Pompey Factor died penniless without an army pension, man. For all of these things that Jake did, for these devils, what I'm saying, and the treaties that they broke, and everything, the courage, the strength, the might, and everything that they showed, the valiantness, everything that they showed during this 11-year period of going to war for these devils, making the treaties, they got shitted on, man. So, what I'm saying, I'm going to just get this last scripture, what I'm saying, of what I base this lesson off upon. Is this one scripture in Sirach 26 and 28, man. Alright? There be 2 things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty, the men of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. The Lord prepareth such an one for the sword. So the point was in the scripture, I'm saying, one of the things that make the Lord angry is a man of war that suffereth poverty, man. And for Jake, that's all we had to look forward to, man. Nothing but poverty. No matter what we did, what I'm saying, Jake tried to try to seek a way out. But that just furthermore shows the point that this is not our rest, man. So with that, I hope this bit of information, what I'm saying, was edifying and furthermore proving the point, that the Spirit does bear witness that we are the children of the Most High. What I'm saying, and showing more reverence of why these devils have to pay, and why we look for a better and a more eternal rest, which is the kingdom. Alright? So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the men out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom, and death to America.
There have been times in my life I've been wondering why. Still somehow I believe we'd always survive.